A gambler never makes the same mistake twice. It's usually 3 or more times. Terrence Murphy. Have you ever stared at a stock chart and thought, this feels just like playing the lottery? You're not alone. So many of us in the Black community hesitate to enter the stock market because we've been conditioned to believe it's either too risky, too complicated, or just another form of gambling. And let's be honest, that confusion isn't accidental. The system benefits when we stay on the sidelines, afraid, unsure, and misinformed. Because while we're doubting, they're doubling their wealth. But here's the truth. There is a massive difference between gambling and investing. And not knowing that difference is costing us generational wealth. It's robbing our families of financial freedom, our kids of college funds, and our communities of the kind of stability we've deserved for centuries. It's not just about money. It's about access, ownership, and reclaiming what was withheld from us. So in this video, we're putting an end to the confusion. I'm going to break down, plain and clear, the difference between gambling and investing. You'll walk away not just informed, but empowered to make smarter moves in the market without fear or shame. Comment, like, and subscribe if you're ready to flip the script and take control of your financial narrative for you, your family, and your future. Let's get right into it. First, gambling is random. Trading is strategic. Many people believe trading is just a guessing game, like throwing dice and hoping for the best. That belief keeps people out of the market, paralyzed by fear that they'll lose everything in a blink. This myth is especially destructive in marginalized communities where financial risks feel too costly to take. But here's the truth. Gambling is random. Trading is researched, planned, and strategic. In trading, we use historical data, technical indicators, and psychology to anticipate market behavior. It's not perfect, but it's far from a roll of the dice. A trader who learns patterns like support and resistance or trend direction is playing a different game than someone hoping to get lucky on a slot machine. The stock market rewards knowledge, not chance. For too long, we've been taught to stay away from the tools that build wealth. We're told it's risky because risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. Once you learn strategy, trading becomes a powerful wealth-building tool. The difference between gambling and trading is the same as the difference between chaos and control, and we were born to reclaim control. When we embrace trading as a skill set rather than superstition, we begin to create a path to reparations that doesn't depend on politics. It depends on education, execution, and elevation. And that power, that belongs to us. Second, gambling is emotion-driven. Trading is psychology mastered. Gambling thrives on emotion. Thrill, desperation, euphoria, panic. It's a high-stakes emotional roller coaster. And when traders don't master their emotions, they end up gambling too, chasing losses, revenge trading, or getting greedy. This myth causes many Black traders to believe they just aren't cut out for the market, when in reality, they just haven't learned the mental discipline needed to be successful. In our community, emotional survival has been our way of life. We've had to navigate systems built to break us, but that resilience is exactly what makes us capable of mastering trading psychology. Once we learn to recognize our emotional triggers and stay grounded, we stop gambling and start winning with clarity. Psychology isn't something to avoid. It's the secret weapon. Trading isn't about being emotionless. It's about managing emotion with intention. We begin to separate our identity from the outcome of a trade and instead focus on process, consistency, and self-control. That's how we win, not once, but over and over again. We were never taught to master our emotions in money spaces, but once we do, the stock market becomes a platform for healing, growth, and justice. And that shift starts the moment you take your seat at the table and refuse to let emotion drive the trade. Gamblers rely on luck. Traders, we rely on edge. Gamblers hope for the best. They throw money at a dream and pray it sticks. But traders, we don't hope. We calculate, we develop an edge, a repeatable method based on time-tested rules such as Fibonacci levels, EMA, or volume analysis. That's not luck, that's leverage. The myth is that Black traders don't have the edge because we didn't grow up with financial education. But that's changing now. You don't need a degree in finance. You need a plan, a playbook, and a process. And when you have that, you trade with confidence, not guesswork. Your edge is where psychology meets your preparation. It's when your strategy aligns with your mindset. It's not about knowing everything. It's about knowing your thing well enough to make it work for you. Your edge becomes your entry ticket to financial independence. We're not here to play games. We're here to reclaim. And when you stop trying to be lucky and start refining your edge, you tap into a power that was never about permission. It was always about preparation. Gambling has no system. Trading has a plan. Gambling is chaos. There's no structured path, no way to improve over time. You win or lose, and the house always wins. Trading, on the other hand, is built on systems, entry criteria, risk management, stop losses, and profit targets. That's what transforms a trade from a gamble into a business decision. Too many Black traders never build a system because they weren't taught that trading could be a profession. We were handed survival, not strategy. But now's the time to unlearn that narrative. When you have a plan, you gain consistency, and consistency leads to profit. A trading system gives you back your power. No more jumping into trades emotionally or closing positions out of fear. You follow your rules, you trust your process. That's how small wins stack into big wealth. The system sets you free. When you embrace trading as a structured journey, not a lucky moment, you start building generational wealth that isn't shaken by a single loss. And that system, it becomes your statement of financial freedom. Gambling keeps you addicted. Trading keeps you accountable. Gamblers crave the rush, the thrill. It's addictive. They don't want control, they want the high. Trading requires the opposite: discipline, patience, accountability. It calls you to check your emotions at the door and measure success by execution, not outcome. The pain is real. Many of us in the Black community have seen addiction up close. We've seen how broken systems prey on impulse and reward dysfunction. But trading calls us to wholeness. It teaches us to think long term, to journal our progress, to grow our emotional intelligence. Accountability is freedom. Once you stop blaming the market and start evaluating your behavior, you grow in every area of your life. You become the kind of person who builds legacies, not just balances. That's how trading begins to transform not just your bank account, but your mindset. We weren't meant to be addicted to survival. We were born to be accountable to success. And every trade you take with intention is a declaration of that freedom. Gambling is entertainment. Trading is empowerment. Casinos are built to entertain. The lights, the noise, the spectacle. It's designed to distract you while you lose money. But trading is built to empower. It's a quiet, focused skill that teaches you to think strategically, critically, manage risk, and grow financially. The myth that trading is entertainment hurts our community deeply. We've been told to spend, consume, and chase trends instead of build. But when we shift our mindset, trading becomes a classroom, not a casino, a place to learn, to grow, and multiply our financial future. Empowerment through trading is about asking better questions. What's my risk to reward? Is this setup aligned with my plan? How do I improve my entry? These are questions rooted in legacy, not luck. And they lead to a very different life than the one we were sold. We deserve more than momentary highs. We deserve long-term power. Trading is not a game, it's a gateway. And the more we treat it like a discipline, the more we unlock the kind of empowerment that changes everything. Gambling is for escape. Trading is for expansion. People gamble to escape their reality. They're trying to run from their pain, their problems, their past. But trading, when approached with wisdom, is about expansion of income, identity, and influence. It invites you to build something meaningful and measurable. In the Black community, we've carried so much pain. So it makes sense that we've turned to escapism. But trading gives us a new path. It doesn't numb us, it develops us. It teaches patience, purpose, and power in a word that often denies us all three. Trading becomes a mirror. It reveals your habits, your fears, your strengths, and then gives you the tools to grow through them. When you trade with awareness, every market move becomes a life lesson. You stop running from yourself and start building a self that's worthy of legacy. Escape is temporary. Expansion is generational. And trading done right is one of the greatest tools we have for building a future our ancestors only dreamed of. There comes a point when you have to ask yourself, have I been playing this game the way they programmed me to? Because for far too long, we've been fed half-truths, fear tactics, and financial myths meant to keep us on the outside of opportunity. But now you know the difference. Trading is not gambling. It's a revolution. And when it's done with strategy, psychology, and purpose, it becomes a tool for liberation. You're not just trading contracts. You're trading the trauma of financial insecurity for the clarity of generational wealth. You're reclaiming what was stolen, your ability to think long term, to build your own terms, and to stop depending on a system that was never designed for your success. That shift doesn't come from textbooks. It comes from transformation. And that's what our community is all about. Inside the Trading for Psychology Reparations program, we walk with you daily, providing key levels, tools, and psychological strategies to help you master not only the chart, but your choices. We don't trade based on hype. We trade with intention, healing, and community. Because your success isn't just personal. It's political, it's spiritual, it's ancestral. And we're here to help you rise. So if you're ready to break the cycle, reclaim your financial future, and walk this journey with daily support, join our community today. Click the link in the description. Get your free key levels, and don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Reparations are not a check, they're a mindset. And the market is waiting for you to take your seat at the table. So let's build, family. The future is ours. You've got this. Peace and blessings, Dr. O.